Hi everyone and welcome to Product of 36. With Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out in less than a week, and everyone just being so hyped for the film, including myself, Marvel shockingly in one of the promos for the film, decided to show something that went pretty viral, and that is the appearance of the Living Tribunal. Originally I was going to make a video whether or not he was going to appear in the film, however now that we have a confirmation that he will be, we came up with another theory, and that is why we think the Living Tribunal himself will try to kill Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch in Doctor Strange 2. However, before we get started, if at any point you enjoyed this video, I really appreciate if you could drop a like, as that would really help out the channel. Alright, so let's dive in. Now that the Living Tribunal will be in the movie, and it can very well be a cameo where we just see him one time and that's it. In the scene where America Chavez and Doctor Strange are traveling through the multiverse, I think it's safe to say that he might have a much bigger role, because if it's just a one-time cameo, I don't think they would have just showed him in the promos, given the secrecy Marvel are known to have for their films and shows. But who is the Living Tribunal and why is he a big deal in the Marvel lore? The Living Tribunal basically watches over the entire Marvel multiverse and protects it from massive mystical and cosmic threats that could upset the balance, therefore judging them by using his faces. Each face representing something, such as the face at the front that isn't covered by a hood representing equality, the fully covered face representing necessity, and the partially hooded face representing revenge. So all of them have to come up with a conclusion before the Living Tribunal can do something. He's also often referred as the second most powerful character in the Marvel universe, just under the one above all himself, and the first time he appeared in the pages of Marvel was in Strange Tales issue 157, where the Living Tribunal came to judge Earth and Doctor Strange had to try and stop him. More on that later. He doesn't have any counterparts or variants in the multiverse, and it's just him that exists. However, he can exist all at once to watch over other universes. But when it comes to the MCU, he has been mentioned only in Doctor Strange by Baron Mordo, where he shows Steven a relic, which is obviously the staff of the Living Tribunal. And we also see his statue in Loki episode 5, and fun fact, Michael Waldron, who wrote Loki, also wrote Multiverse of Madness, so it definitely wasn't a coincidence. And he was originally supposed to appear in Infinity War to judge Thanos during the Battle of Titan, before that idea was ultimately scrapped. But of course, instead of coming to Earth or a different Earth in the multiverse, the Living Tribunal will come and judge Wanda and her variants, but not only just searching for her kids across the multiverse, but in doing so potentially destroying not only the Earth, like Agatha said she would in WandaVision, where she mentioned that it is her destiny to do so, but also other Earths, and something else that we will mention later in the video, which WandaVision hinted at, therefore getting the Living Tribunal's attention to try and kill her because of what she's becoming in order to get Billy and Tommy back, most likely being manipulated by someone else like Nightmare, Kathan, which seems to be even more likely now, or something else entirely. Unfortunately for this video, as you may have seen in the title, I have a great friend of mine, comic concept himself, who without this video wouldn't even be possible. Take it away, G.
Thanks Protocol for having me. So we all saw Living Tribunal. We know he's a multiversal entity, and the first time he ever appeared in comics, it was in a Doctor Strange story, and it was a direct result of Doctor Strange's actions releasing the being named Zom onto the universe. And so for Doctor Strange releasing this menace, the Living Tribunal comes through and essentially tells Stephen Strange, you done messed up for setting this facially challenged, cervically challenged even, individual onto the universe. I'm going to destroy Earth. And so Doctor Strange throws some hands with him, and the Living Tribunal respects Doctor Strange and keeps his word to not destroy Earth, at least yet. So as it goes for the MCU, we know things change, and we know Strange's part in No Way Home and how he's now broken the barrier between universes. And so what if, instead of Zom's decrepit self, Strange is responsible for unleashing the Scarlet Witch upon the multiverse, except maybe it's not the Scarlet Witch we all know. Could it be, like Strange, she has a dark reflection too? And the emphasis put on Nexus beings from WandaVision makes me think, what if we are getting two Scarlet Witches? Well, I don't even think that anymore, because that was basically told to us in a trailer that was released right now, okay? Kevin Feige, you can bet, is loading up that sniper rifle, okay? Whoever released those cameo little TV spots, run. And this reminds me very heavily, and this is some recommended reading for all you guys, the first Scarlet Witch solo limited series. It's a 4-issue limited series, and it's actually really good, and it's essentially Master Pandemonium coming back and kind of tormenting Wanda and putting her through a bunch of stuff. It's also a direct result of nightmares that she's having in this solo comic, so that could also be why we're getting so many nightmare references or mentions of nightmares in the trailers. That could just be a way of Marvel misdirecting us, making making us think of the actual entity Nightmare when it's some other demonic entity that's actually giving her and Stephen Strange nightmares. And so basically in this comic, Master Pandemonium is getting finessed by another version of Wanda from the multiverse. A spirit version of her kind of showed up in this reality to fight Wanda so she could take over Wanda's body and control this reality. But I think in the movie, it's pretty clear that whoever the other Scarlet Witch is, she's just looking for a universe where her children exist. And I'm sure that's not going to be a good thing because no two Nexus beings can be in the same universe at once. And so this, again, is probably going to get the Living Tribunal on them. So that's essentially where I'm coming from with this. Definitely recommend this reading. Again, thank you so much, Protocol, for having me. And back to you.
Appreciate you joining my bro. Be sure to check out and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, as they are awesome and look stunning. Link will be in the description down below. And I 100% agree. Given Nexus beings in Marvel Comics is no joke, it will also be one of the things that will trigger the Tribunal to finally intervene in the MCU and to stop Wanda, her variant, or even both, which that will lead to Doctor Strange pleading to the Tribunal, kind of like he did in Strange Tales, saving Wanda and Earth in the process. Now it doesn't mean that Wanda is innocent and all the things that she did can be excused. However, there will be a common understanding as to why she was doing what she was doing, since she is a grieving mother and may even help Strange fight against her variant, who looks like she'll be killing most of the members of the Illuminati all by herself, which is going to be entertaining to watch. However, what about you guys? Do you think the Living Tribunal will come and try and kill Wanda Maximoff and possibly her variant and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Or do you think it's just going to be a one-time cameo in the movie? Either way, let us know in the comments down below. We would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please like and one more subscribe. To begin, Protocol 36.